So, what are your favorite WordPress plugins, if I may ask? Your personal favorites, which your team or you have really loved, which you recommend to customers to make
So,
sure they have.
so my favorite plugin is Orbit, of course, to build your website.
Mm. Of course.
One underestimated plugin is Limit Login Attempts.
Okay.
This is a plugin you should use definitely on every WordPress site, because you have so many automated algorithms trying to brute force your website.
Mm.
Um, Another thing is Lightspeed Cache, especially if you're on
Mm.
a Lightspeed server, use
Yep.
Lightspeed Cache. Connect it to
Mm.
Cloudflare and use Quick Cloud, and you'll have,
Mm.
enterprise level website speed for absolutely no money involved.
Mm.
That's something I would recommend for everyone.
From hacking free train rides at 16 to running his own hosting company at just 20 years old, today's guest proves that bold ideas and fearless execution can rewrite the rules. Welcome to WP Legends. I'm Gautam, the co-founder of Seahawk Media. I first met today's guest, Jordan Onegbu, at WordCamp Basel, just an hour from where he's based, where we bonded over pizza and espresso strong enough to power a small data center. Jordan is the founder of BoostedHost.com, a hosting company built for premium performance and tailored solutions for growing businesses and WordPress users. His story went viral when he was a teenager. He figured out a loophole in the Swiss public transport system and rode trains for free, an early sign of curiosity and ingenuity. At only 20, Jordan is already carving out a space in competitive hosting industry, building a business that prioritizes reliability, speed, and genuine customer service. In this conversation, we'll dig into his journey and tech-savvy team to founder, the realities of running a hosting company at his age, and where he sees the future of WordPress infrastructure. Jordan, welcome to WP Legends.
Thank you very, very much. You did a lot of research.
Well, everybody says that, and I'm proud to say I do. And although I met you in person, we first connected on a video call. You didn't even know about WordCamps, and I'm glad we met in person. You met my wife and daughter also, and my co-founder Ryan when you were there. So I'm glad I met you in person too. So it makes it more easy.
I'm glad as well, yeah.
But tell me, tell me and our listeners the train hacking journey, because you told me personally, I kind of forget. So let's start from there and what led to the hosting. Suddenly, okay, let me start a hosting company. So we'd love to hear that in your words.
S- So whenever someone asks me how I became the person who I am, I just say it's a series of uncontrolled um, casualties in life. So
Mm.
it was actually 5 years ago when I figured out a method to get free train tickets in Switzerland. It was out of frustration initially. So not a lot of people know the actual story to how I started testing, the vulnerabilities there. So it was like this. It was maybe 2017, 2016.
Mm.
No, I'm sorry. I'm way too far back. It was 2020,
19.
2019,
Yeah,
2020. Yeah.
yeah.
Something like that. And it was wintertime. And I had a friend and we wanted to take the train to good places. I can't remember where it was exactly. And he had an issue on his app where whenever he bought a ticket, it wouldn't actually even bill every time he purchased a ticket. Maybe one of three times he could ride for free. And I was like, damn, that's actually very nice. I wanted to, and I was frustrated and angry that I have to pay the expensive train prices here and he doesn't. Because anyone that has been here in Switzerland, you know how expensive trains can be,
Yes,
especially traveling
yes.
long distances from Zurich to Basel, for example. It's 100 Swiss francs to go and come back. So at this evening, I got home and I locked in for about 16 hours trying to find ways to pass the payment processing way and just get tickets without paying. And I can remember I was so tired. So it got morning again. The sun came up. I heard the birds singing outside, and I figured a way. I got the first ticket. So the next thing I did is I purchased another ticket, to be on a safe side. I went to the train and I tested it there, and the controllers they scanned the ticket and it went through. And that was like the first time I experienced something that was way above my skills back then. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So is that then you realized, okay, I need to do something with this skill set or something. And so the hosting company started in 2023. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
So hosting company 2023, you had a domain already, or did you buy the domain and have started the hosting company? How did that journey begin?
No, I was a web developer before, so we did websites initially.
Ah, okay, okay.
So yeah, so I ended all of my white hacking journey. I was actually also in the group Bug Bounty Switzerland where we pen test banks.
Hmm.
Everything legally. And I did a lot of side hustles back then because I needed to have some money to get new Jordans and Nike shoes when I was younger.
Wow. So, so that's
Yeah,
why.
so so I did multiple things. I sold Instagram followers
Okay.
after the hacking journey. And then, I had a social media marketing agency where I had one client. And after a social media marketing agency, I went over and figured out I could just drop service web development to clients in Switzerland because, the average website price here is between 3 and 4 thousand Swiss francs. And I could get people from Pakistan and India to develop it for much cheaper and just sell it here. So I was
Of
doing
course.
this.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I found a partner. He was from Pakistan. I won't say his name, but he ended up scamming me. And that was the way I started building a hosting company. So I did maybe 7 or 8 websites to Swiss clients here. And then he
Hmm.
told me, hey, why not build your own hosting company? And I was like, yeah, isn't it very hard and difficult and complex to build a hosting company? He was like, yeah, it
Hmm.
is, but I will help you. Yeah, just send me $300. I'll get all of the software required and the servers, and I'll teach you a bit. And me and my team will help you. We'll be business partners. Don't worry about anything. And I was like, okay, yeah, cool. So I'll just get clients for web development. He'll build a hosting company and we can earn together. But yeah, he lied. I gave him the money. He built a basic template web hosting site. He signed me up to like a reseller hosting package from, I don't remember which hosting company it was.
Hmm.
Um, he slapped WHMCS on it and told me, yeah, from now on, you keep on doing this stuff. I'm out. Bye. So I had I had the basic WordPress template for a web hosting company. I had WHMCS. I didn't have no servers. And I was like there sitting, thinking about, okay, what the hell did just happen? And it was the point where I just, started my hosting company from basically nothing.
But you were because you were so excited and pumped about it, you had to do it. You had to go through with it, and you decided like, okay, do it. And I
I
just
was like,
realized because yeah, yeah, yeah. You that's
yeah, I
the
was
point,
like,
right?
yeah, fuck it, it's already there. I'll just do it. It's already here, so fuck it, I'll just do it. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. And I just realized because I noticed that you did a brand overhaul also very recently. Is that correct?
yeah.
And any new features, any new things versus because I remember seeing you in June, and at that time the website was completely different, and now it's completely different. I believe there's something called as Orbit, which is also launched. Do you want to tell our audiences about that?
Yeah, so Orbit is an application that builds your WordPress website within 60 seconds. Uh,
Hmm.
you basically describe your website, and Orbit just figures out what you need. It creates all of the copy, it installs the plugins required, and it's basically like a very simple onboarding until finalization, until you're very happy with your website. So anybody, like little auntie from the convenience store down the corner could build a very good-looking websites within minutes without any technical knowledge. So that's
Got
the
it.
product we have. Yeah, and we
Got it.
did we did an entire brand overhaul as well. We changed everything because we rethought of how do we stand into the market and how we want to position ourselves and what our goal is. And if you guys scroll to the website, you will see that we price ourselves at all-inclusive or all-in-one hosting because we don't like to oversell customers for every little piece inside the hosting game. And that's a key um, place where I stand for, even
I
if it's
think.
hard,
Yeah, 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 of course. And one thing I'm very, very curious to know and learn, and which I really like about Boosted House personally, is like you give the people the option to choose a data center, which very few hosts do that, by the way. And I've seen even very big hosts also like It's either the US or Europe, depending on the location they give. But you're giving like a lot of data centers. Is that correct? You want to expand on that a little
Yeah, that's right. So we figured that
bit?
Switzerland is a very, very safe country. Our company is based in Switzerland, so this gives out very much trust,
Hmm.
and we can export the trust to other countries and localize the hosting and add the security of Switzerland to it. So we got a bunch of data centers. A lot of them are full actually because of the rebrand and the ads we're running.
Hmm.
Um, I think Nigeria is one of the most popular data centers right now,
Wow. Okay.
because of all of the technical, yeah, because of all the technical advantages in Africa. A lot of people use Nigerian data centers.
Hmm.
And then we got, the common ones in Germany, one in Switzerland, America, and Singapore, which are, the regular ones that we feel like should be standard nowadays for, international commerce.
Got it. Got it. I think that's pretty cool that what you've done with the data centers because in my agency also, and then I've come across so many customers and agencies like, hey, can we have data
Yeah.
centers in Australia? Can we have data centers in this? And then like, and we're scattering to find answers. And you are giving people an option. You can choose from this, take your pick, and your
Hmm.
pricing is also very, very fair, especially considering that people can deploy a lot of number of sites depending on the plan, of course. And you don't cap
Yeah, yeah.
on the bandwidth, if I'm not mistaken. There's no cap on
No,
the
we
bandwidth,
don't.
right?
No, no, there's not. Yeah.
So, so who's handling the support tickets right now? I believe you're a small team and you're doing a fabulous work with such a lean team. So who's handling the support tickets?
So we have a team in Pakistan doing the support tickets, which they are
Okay.
very, very skilled, very, very
Hmm.
honest, and very, very good-hearted people, which
Hmm.
work for me. We are two owners, two CEOs here in Switzerland, and the rest of the
Hmm.
team is all over the world, so we can cover, 24-hour service for our clients.
Got it. So your live chat is 24/7 for support, basically.
Yeah,
At the moment.
yeah,
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you have the new rebrand, you have the different kinds of hosting, whether it's WooCommerce focused, VPS, etc. But where do you think you are getting the most traction at the moment? Is it agencies which are you liking? Is that going to be your niche, or is it going to be direct customers? Give me like an idea of the next like a year or two where Boosted Host is going, as per you, in your words.
So currently our interest is shifting from, regular hosting to Orbit actually. We
Oh
have
wow,
a lot
okay.
of Swiss web developers and web development companies actually signing up to Orbit on the contract with our company to use it commercially. So
Mm-hmm.
their pain point is they have a lot of low budget clients here because you have a lot of small business small SMAs, I'm sorry, small SMAs, and we call them here Einzelfirma. It's sole proprietorship, I think you say
Mm-hmm.
it,
Sole proprietorship,
which
yeah,
start
yeah.
as yeah, which start as like a nail salon or small barber, and then you decide, and they mostly have like 1,000 Swiss francs, 700 Swiss francs, so they use Orbit to get the entire blueprint and sell it to the customers, and this is like where the focus shifts right now, and where we're currently, helping the
I
market.
know, I know, I know. I think that's a good move because people, definitely small, medium businesses, they want to get online
Yeah,
or they want to refresh their identity from a 2015 old website to a brand new one, have it smartphone optimized,
yeah,
etc. And I think with Orbit, you're giving like an all-in-one solution. You're doing the hosting for them, security for them, because your hosting includes
hmm,
security, data location, etc. And you're launching a site for them. So it's like an all-in-one solution. And I think there's always going to be a need, irrespective of the lovables of the world and Base 44 and other tools, because there's somebody, people don't mind spending like a 500, like 500,000, $2,000 francs in your case. Uh,
yeah.
and but they want it to be live and they want the website to be humming, and that's always going to be the case. At least hope so. My
That's
business
right.
depends on
That's
it
right.
too.
Yeah. That's nice. Yeah. And
Oh,
the good thing is Orbit is free, so anybody that just buys hosting will have access to the AI without, locking people out without the money for it, which is very important
mhm.
to me because you have a lot of people and people don't understand it. We are in a capitalism and there are a lot of people that struggle with their companies and with their financials and just need support. And, charging money for every single thing, for me, it's not reasonable. It's unfair. That's why, whenever anyone needs help, we're here to actually support them, even if it's a customer's not making the renewal cost, for example. We sit down with the customer and talk with them and see, hey, look, how can we support you so you can get your finances right, and how you can afford your next billing cycle, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, of course.
you know, yeah, and one thing not a lot of hosting companies do is we actually sit down with customers in meetings to um, improve their website, for example. So we have our staff, in Pakistan, which we pay, and they're on duty for the support tickets. But if it's out of scope, we don't decline. We're like, hey, look, we can't do it. We're not like this. We schedule a meeting, we ask, because it's a human behind, we're all humans at the
Of
end.
course.
We ask him, hey, look, what's wrong? What's going on? For example, we had I'll give you a real world example. We had a dyslexia a school reaching out to us. They do dyslexia coachings for children around the world, especially in
Hmm.
America and in Australia. And they had a very broken website and they didn't have the money to, get a web developer to do it. So we sit down with the company and we talk to Liz, the owner of the company. What went wrong? And they actually had a WordPress website from 2000 and I think 13 with PHP 5.6,
Oh,
which was very
oh,
broken. And so we took all the resources we had, we recoded their web hosting package to make the website work. And we helped her getting from their old website hosted on another hosting company. I'm not sure if I can say the name right now, to our one,
hmm.
and we fixed the issues that didn't work on the other company. So these are the things that, give me the power to wake up tomorrow and keeping on working, for the company.
Yeah, yeah, of course. That's what leads to motivation, obviously, at all the day. You cannot imagine the kind of, requests we get for rebuild of websites throughout the day. Throughout every day,
Yeah,
we get rebuild requests. And I think that's going to be very popular. And I think solutions like Orbit is going to be sorting that out a lot. So you are, so it's safe to say that you're very bullish on WordPress over the next few years, and you're going to be focused on the
yeah,
WordPress ecosystem for sure.
yeah, because I like WordPress and I can't imagine that WordPress will have a downfall anytime soon because
Mhm.
over 50% of the internet, is based on WordPress.
Gotcha,
You can do
gotcha.
so
And
many
then,
things with it.
of course, and I noticed that you also now have like deep language translation, SEO. You understand your SEO PPC game really well, etc. So, would you say like Orbit right now is going to be first focused for the Swiss market, and then you're going to expand to other Europe, North America? Is that the plan?
That is something that I can't really confidently say right now because we're still
Hmm.
experimenting. We're
Of
still
course.
experimenting. So we're not running ads for Orbit actively.
Okay.
Um, but we are in contact with a lot of agencies that use Orbit here in the country. We may run
Gotcha.
ads later on for Orbit, but I'm
Hmm.
not sure about it. So it depends on what the end customer actually do with Orbit. But we don't have enough data right now to confidently say, hey, look, that's the goal with Orbit for the most customers right now, where we can pinpoint it and run ads for it. We'll see.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And what are your favorite WordPress plugins, if I may ask? Your personal favorites, which your team or you have really loved, which you recommend to customers or make
So,
sure they have.
so my favorite plugin is Orbit, of course, to build your website.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
One underestimated plugin is Limit Login Attempts.
Okay.
This is a plugin you should use definitely on every WordPress site. Because you have so many automated algorithms trying to brute force your website.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another thing is Lightspeed Cache, especially if you're on
Mm-hmm.
a Lightspeed server, use
Yep.
Lightspeed Cache. Connect it to
Mm-hmm.
Cloudflare and use Quick Cloud, and you'll
Mm-hmm.
have, enterprise level website speed for absolutely no money involved.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I would recommend for everyone. And let me think of another plugin. I have a bunch of plugins I use regularly on my site. I
What
got
about
few
SEO? What
Elementor.
about SEO? What about SEO? Page Builder?
Rank
Other
Math, my favorite.
Rackman is your favorite? Okay.
Rank Math is my favorite. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because of they go hand in hand with WPML,
Mm-hmm.
and
True.
we use WordPress ourselves, and we have WPML for all the language translations. And Rank Math is just beautiful. It translates everything, from SEO title to meta description to alt attributes and all the JSON how you call it? It's the
I know what you mean. I know. Rankman
The
is really
special
good.
the, s- the special data that AI used to crawl your site to be in the search
LLM,
results.
LLM text files, you name it, web stories,
Yeah,
Rankman,
yeah, 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 yeah.
everything. Image
I
alt
forgot
text
the name.
schema, you name it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely. I hear you. I hear you. And what AI tools do you like to use personally besides ChatGPT, needless to say? What are your favorites?
Personally, I mostly use regular ChatGPT. I don't use a
Hmm.
lot of other AI tools. I don't know because I figured out how to prompt engineer ChatGPT in a way that I can use it for everything, and I do analysis and brainstorm and whatever things with ChatGPT.
I agree.
Um, but what I can say is I don't like GPT-5. I feel like GPT-4 was way better. I don't know how you stand on it.
A couple of other people have said the same on X.com. I actually have had no issues till now, but if I come across, I'll let you know. But till now, I have not had any issues with ChatGPT 5. Although I'm loving the agent mode because definitely it's helping me sort out a lot of things. Doing research,
Yeah.
I actually tried booking for a movie with agent mode just to see the power of it, and it's pretty good.
Nice.
It's pretty good. It's mind blowing. It definitely is, you know.
Nice.
And yeah, I think it's only going to get it's only going to improve over the next few weeks, few months, you name it. And I don't
Okay.
look at the
Yeah.
I don't look into the drama with Elon Musk and Grok and Sam Altman and ChatGPT. I just keep on experimenting with that. But I definitely downloaded the Grok version, the new one, just to see
Yeah.
because everybody's been talking about it. And check it out. You might be surprised how good it is, especially for your social media usage, by the way.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I feel like, the ChatGPT, I'm very open with AI, so I don't mind it having all of my data. So ChatGPT saves all of my conversations, and with 4o we could recall them like instantly. And I feel like GPT-5 can't recall my previous chats because I have thousands and thousands of chats. I feel like
True.
that's the thing that's not right with it currently. And
Tell me
everybody has
you. Yeah, that's true. And tell me, you visited WordCamp for the very first time in June. How did you feel about WordCamp? Are you going to go to any future WordCamps?
I will. I will. I mean, it was a very nice experience. I met a lot of
True.
awesome people and a lot of competitors as well. You know,
Hmm.
you have to imagine you've only seen the websites of your competitors. You arrive there, and the first thing you see is a massive LCD screen saying Hostinger, and I was like, God damn. I, I would say it lit a fire in me because I want the same thing.
Hmm.
I'm a person when I see something, for example, if I see a very nice car, I feel angry because I don't have it. If I
Hmm.
see ads of competitors that are amazing, I feel angry because I don't have these ads. And I want to do the same things. So it was a good thing for me to be there, and it was a good thing for you forcing me to go WordCamp because I live in Zurich and it was in Basel, and it's an
No
hour
brainer.
drive. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It
no
was a no
brainer,
brainer. Yeah. That's
no
pretty cool.
brainer.
And I think yeah, the US one is a little far. I know I told you I think over Slack that, but it's a little far. Portland, no doubt about it. And there's a lot of travel time.
Yeah,
But it's a pretty good one. Otherwise, definitely go to the Poland one next year, and that's easy. Any the big three are Europe, US, and Asia. So you should definitely, and I tell all my viewers, check it out. We're just coming up on time, so a couple of quick rapid fire questions for you. Are you a coffee or a tea
hmm
drinker?
Coffee, definitely.
Yeah, you like your
No tea.
Nespressos, black coffee.
And I don't like Nespresso, but I just take coffee beans, I ground them, and then just you know regular coffee machine. You put them
Uh,
in a little thing. I
Gotcha.
forgot the name in
Mm.
English, and you just have your fresh brewed coffee.
Gotcha. You mentioned so you just turned 20. You were 19. Like when my mind was 19, but before I started recording,
Yeah.
and you said 10 days ago you celebrated your 20th birthday. So what do you think is the best thing of being just 20 in tech and this hosting space? Best part about being this young and starting this.
You have energy to party and get drunk until very late, and then wake up early and get your ass up and start
True,
working.
true,
That's a good
true,
thing. That's a very good
true,
thing.
true.
I can travel around and don't have a lot of jet lag.
You should not
That's
be
good.
complaining.
That's good.
You should not be complaining. I'm 40, so you have double the energy of what I have, maybe more. Okay. So you should not
Yeah.
be complaining. You have a long way to go. You met my co-founder Ryan, who's 30, who's 10 years younger than me also. And but
Yeah.
I can proudly say now I have more energy than he has because I go to the gym pretty
Wow.
often and he doesn't.
I should go to the gym as well. I'm telling myself every day, but I can't get my ass up
It is.
somehow.
I always tell people, and I used to be very unhealthy and a soft topic, but I moved to a very healthy
Yeah.
OCD fitness mode. All you need is 3 hours a week, 1 hour every other day, roughly, and you should be fine.
Hmm.
All you need is 1 hour every other day, 3 hours a week. You think about it mentally. Can you take out 3 hours in 7 days? And if you think about it and you talk to yourself about it, you'll find it pretty easy
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. I should
And
do it actually.
and the final question, $100 million in your bank tomorrow, no questions asked. What will you do? The first few things.
Oof,
No
hundred
questions
million
asked.
dollars.
No questions asked. First thing you'll do.
So, all right. Number one, 100 million. I'll donate a couple million to children in Gaza and Africa. First
Good
thing.
thought. Mhm,
Set some money aside.
mhm,
Then, of course, investing in my company. And one thing that is my childhood dream is having an archaeology fund where we actually go ahead and look up why humans are actually here and why the pyramids of Egypt exist. That's a
mhm,
dream I want to
mhm.
complete. And then I will still have money to be a baller and to support my friends and family. That's something you, of course, do.
That's
And
good. By the way, the Egyptian architecture one, please involve me in that because I'm fascinated beyond comprehension with ancient Egypt and more.
I
So
am as well. I am as well. And
you should.
maybe having a space exploration program like SpaceX. Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you're going to be 20. You're just 20. You're inheriting $100 million, no questions asked. You can do a lot with that. Right?
Yeah, yeah. That's right.
Anyways,
What
thank
would
you
you
so
do?
much. Oh, you're asking me what will I do? I'll actually
Yeah.
donate a lot to charities in India, 100%, a lot, and especially to do with old age homes and children, because a lot of children they need homes. So I know exactly what I need to do there, and I will invest everything else back into myself. I'll bet on myself. I've been betting on myself since I was your age, or even earlier than that. So when I say betting on
Hmm.
myself, is my own business and other businesses. Open a cafe, open a hotel chain, or something like that. Business.
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
all
Awesome.
work. I'm all work and some play because of I have a baby now, and you met my daughter, so I have to focus on her
Yeah.
as well. But I will gamble on myself 100%.
Perfect. Just don't gamble at the casino.
Absolutely not. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. It was great chatting with you. Thank you for being on WP Legends. I hope to see you very
Thank you very much
soon.
for having me.
In I hope to see you in the UK or when I see you next in Switzerland or at some WordCamp. I hope to see you very soon.
We'll
Catch you
see us
soon.
at Clubfest, definitely, in Miami.
Yes, I will most likely see you there. 100% November.
I'll be
First
there
week
as
November.
well. I'll be there as well. Yes, sir. And
Thank
don't
you.
forget, when you're
Mhm.
there, if you want to know, we're going to a beach party. Even if you're 40 and you're old, I don't care. You're partying with me.
When I'm bachelor, I'm 16 when I'm a bachelor. Okay, so all good.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Perfect. All
Thank you.
right.
Take care. Thank you.